In today's video, we're going to discuss the 6 steps that you need to do upon arrival in Canada. Hello and welcome to our channel. My name is Marilyn Quintana. I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant and director of operations at eVisa Immigration. Our mission is to provide you with updates and relevant information regarding Canadian immigration and assist you to become a successful immigrant in Canada. Number 1, have all documents that you need to present to the officer upon entry ready. Upon entry to Canada, the immigration officer is going to ask you 4 main questions. What's the purpose of your visit? What's the duration of your stay in Canada? Where are you going to stay? And how you're going to support your stay financially. So it's very important to know how to present very briefly and concise what are your goals in Canada. When asked about your purpose of entry, if you wanted to study in Canada, for example, be ready to present the letter of acceptance that describes the program of studies, the institution, and the duration of your program. About the duration, make sure that you present the information that's consistent with the type of visa that you're applying for. For example, if you are entering Canada as a visitor, you cannot mention that you are going to stay over than 6 months. And if you're coming as a student or as a worker, the duration of your proposed stay must match the information that's provided in the supporting letters that you're going to present to the officer. When it comes to the place of stay, the same thing, the information has to be consistent. It is okay for you to present just a temporary location just for the first days, such as a hotel or Airbnb reservation. And if you were invited by a family member or a friend to stay in their house, make sure to have the letter of invitation and the address location handy to present to your officer. In terms of consistency, you have to make sure that if you are entering Canada as a visitor, for example, in which the authorized duration of your stay is only 6 months, you won't present a rental agreement for the duration of 1 year, for example. And finally, you must present that you have funds to maintain yourself in Canada without working. The financial information can be a combination of documents such as your declaration of how much cash you are bringing with you, but remember, you are only allowed to bring 10,000 Canadian dollars, otherwise you have to declare any exceeding amount. You can also bring an updated bank letter or an updated bank statement from your bank from back home that certifies the amount that you have reserved for this trip. You can also present that you have a credit card or a traveler's card with certain cash available at your disposal during your trip. Number 2, make sure to make housing arrangements before traveling to Canada. As I mentioned before, it is very important for you to present that information to the officer. But not only that, it can be tricky to find the ideal location in Canada. So make sure that you do your own research to know the costs and be ready to have that, at least for a certain period of time, already settled. This may include renting an apartment for short term, for a long term, having a homestay contract, a student residency, or even an invitation from a friend. Number 3, requesting your SIN number. If you're coming to Canada expecting to work, either as a student or as a worker or even as a permanent residency, the SIN number is a very important document to have. If you're coming through the Toronto International Airport and you arrive during business hours, you may be able to apply for your SIN number right at the time of entry. In order to apply, you need to have your passport and your permits issued. If you arrive too tired from your trip and you want to relax and apply in the next coming days, you can find a lot of Service Canada locations across Canada, and it's possible to research a close location near to you by searching by the postal code. So you can apply for your SIN number later at the closest Service Canada available at your location. And currently you also have the option to apply online. Number 4, opening a bank account. Once you arrive in Canada, most likely for some time, you'll need to receive money from overseas to support your expenses in Canada. So it's very important to have a bank account here to receive the money and facilitate the transfer of funds from overseas. Also, if you're planning to start working as soon as possible, as soon as you get a job, the employer will request your bank information in order to deposit your salary when the time of payment comes. Banks in Canada give a lot of promotions from time to time, and there are some very interesting offers, such as giving you an iPad upon sign or giving you a credit of a few $100s that they will deposit into your account once you open a bank with that specific bank that has that specific promotion. So make sure that you do your own research and find the best deal, not only considering the promotion, but what's the monthly fee and what are the benefits that they can offer, such as getting a credit card in Canada. 5. Health insurance. Except if you are coming as a visitor, except for those coming as visitors, you must apply for a provincial health care plan upon arrival. In most provinces, you have the right to use the provincial health care if you are a student, worker, or a new immigrant. It is important to apply right away because there is a waiting period, usually of 90 days. As during the waiting period, you are not going to have health coverage from the provincial plan, it is also very important for you to consider having a health insurance to cover the waiting period for at least 90 days. So if you have to go to doctor or have an emergency, you are going to be covered. And 6, the most important one is starting your networking in Canada. Networking, it's a very important system to meet new people, make connections, and start creating your support system in Canada. It can also help you to make friends and get a referral for employment. So make sure that you participate in social events, international student groups, and also sign up for groups related to cultural and sports that you like so you can meet new people. These steps will not only expand your network, but also ensure a successful transition into Canadian culture. By following these steps, you're going to be on the right path for a smooth and successful transition into your life in Canada. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for our content so you can receive weekly updates of our new videos and be informed about everything that you need to know to make a smooth transition to Canada. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.